So, friends, I went to Bronner's in Frankenmuth, Michigan, and it is the 365 days a year Christmas store. It has everything that you need for Christmas: trees and bulbs and villages and balls and lanterns and craft supplies, anything you want. It's worth going to see. It's in Frankenmuth, Michigan. It's a beautiful place to see. You need hours to get through there, actually. All right, so I have these clipboard cutting boards, and I'm going to use my red paint by Waverly, and I am going to just add a coat of this paint. And once I do that, I'm going to make it just like a little cute cutting board for just a shelf sitter. Now, oven baked clay is my most favorite clay to use. I love how when you make what you make, you put it in the oven for 200 for about 15 minutes, and it is hard, and you can just use it and it doesn't crack and break. It just lasts. So that's what I'm making here. I saw this cutting board with these, and it was about, I had a little snazzy saying on it about baking, and it had these cute little cookies on it. I'm like, I'm going to make that because I have those little cutting boards. So that's what I'm going to do. So I made 3 little chocolate chip cookies here. And I'm going to just, because you know how chocolate chip cookies are not smooth, they're textured. I'm just using my paintbrush here to add a little texture. And then I'm going to add my chocolate chips. And then I'm going to put them in the oven on 200 or 250 in my little toaster oven for 15 minutes. And then when I take them out, they're going to be hot. I'll let them cool, and then I can paint them. So here they are. I've taken them out of the oven, and I've let them cool, and they're solid, and they're not soft or bendable like the Model Magic would be. Even if I let it dry for 24 hours or 48 hours, it's still kind of bendable. I love the oven baked clay because it's actually solid and you can't bend it. So now I'm just using my paint and I'm painting the cookies. And now I'm going to take some hot glue and I'm going to glue them onto the little cutting board. So I guess I didn't let you see me freehand this on here. I just used that marker that you see sitting there, and I just drew a little whisk. So it's like, somebody who's baking. And then I just wrote baking spirits bright. So now I'm just going to use a little hot glue and hot glue these cookies in the corner. And now I'm going to take that little chippy brush there, and I'm just going to go around the edges just to give it a little, something around the edges so it's just not all red. And I'm going to do that with that dry brush. So guys, I just want to welcome you back to At Home with Kay. I am Kay, and this is your happy place for all things crafty, cozy, and creative. I love making simple crafts that are beautiful and most of all budget friendly. No stress, no pressure, just pure crafting joy. And don't forget to subscribe, and let's keep the creativity flowing on At Home with Kay. Now this is that red gingham bow that you get from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to make a bow and put at the top of the handle of this is just a shoelace bow, and it's going to go at the top of the handle of the cutting board. Or maybe it's not a shoelace bow. I think I just hot glued it together, and then I'm going to hot glue it on there. Now, these are some buttons that I had, I got from my sister, and I'm just going to go through and pick which one of these buttons will look nice in the middle of that little bow. And I think I'm also going to add a little piece of a jute bow as well, along with the button. So next I wanted to do a painting. So I took this was one of those big signs that you get from Dollar Tree. And what I did was I wet it with water and then I scraped all that. I think it was one of those summer signs, and I scraped all that paper and glitter off. And then I painted it white with my Waverly chalk paint in white. And now I'm just going to take this burnt umber and I'm going to go around it. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make like it's a window, and it's going to be like you're inside of the house looking out of the window and you're looking out at this nice Christmas tree farm. I'm not a very good painter because I have a difficult time ooh, imagining it in my mind and then trying to put what's in my mind on the paper. It's difficult. So some of my perspectives are a little off. My daughter made sure to let me know that, but it is what it is. And I liked how it turned out. So this is going to be a little Christmas tree farm with a red barn and a fence. And you're going to be looking out of the window at the beautiful trees and snow and the wreaths and different things. So that's what I'm doing here, and just watch as it all comes together. So now I'm going to take this red paint by Waverly and I'm going to try to add a little barn on the side of this canvas here that I'm using. It's just going to be a small one. I wish I would have made it a little bit bigger, but in the end, it's all going to work out. So just a little barn, and here it is coming together right now. Now, this is where I think my perspective got off. I didn't put a sky, but I started making the trees, all the trees on the farm in the very far distance. And my daughter said that, oh, you should have made a sky because now it looks like the trees are in the sky. And I was like, oh, I hadn't even thought about that. But next time I paint, I'll keep all that in mind. But those are the trees that are in the back, you know, like way back far in the on the little farm on all the land that they own. And now I'm just painting a tree that's closer up, and then I'm going to do one even closer up than that one. And now I think every Christmas tree farm needs a fence. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just going to make a fence all the way across that back canvas line. Now this is where I'm going to make the even larger tree. So it should look like it's even closer up than the other big tree that I made. So we'll see how this turns out. Now here I was trying to act like there was some snow that was building up on the window ledges, but that's what I was doing there. So, and I'm just adding little snow areas all around the windows. So now I thought if I was really at a beautiful Christmas tree farm, there would probably be wreaths and garlands for sale as well. So I'm going to put some beautiful wreaths all along the fence with red bows and red berries. And now for the top of our painting, I just decided to use some of this Dollar Tree ribbon, and I'm going to add a bow at the top. At the top of the painting where it goes up, because really this was like a giant gift tag, one of those signs from Dollar Tree. So there is a blank area up there at the top that I'm going to add this bow. And there you have it, more fantastic DIYs on a budget. And please remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also hit the notification bell so that you never miss a video. Thanks for crafting with me today, and until next time, stay creative, stay happy, and always be the sunshine.